All right, today we're diving into a skill that is quietly but completely reshaping the future of work. And no, it's not AI, it's not coding, but mastering this could be the single biggest key to unlocking your career potential.
So let me ask you, what do you think is the single most important skill for your future? If you said AI or automation or digital literacy, well, you're on the right track, but you're missing a huge piece of the puzzle.
Because there's this new force at play, one that isn't always listed on a resume, but it is fundamentally changing what it means to be a valuable professional in pretty much any industry you can think of.
That force is ESG, environmental, social, and governance. But listen, this is not just corporate jargon anymore. It has evolved from a boardroom buzzword into an essential personal soft skill. Let's break down how.
First off, we need to understand the massive shift that's happened. ESG has gone from this tiny, niche concern to an absolutely necessary component of modern work.
And the evolution is, well, it's pretty stark. ESG used to be just a compliance checklist managed by a small specialized team. Now, it's a strategic mindset that's part of everyone's job, influencing all the small decisions we make every single day. It's moved from being about dusty old reports to being about our actual behavior.
And this is not just for green companies. A marketer now has to consider the authenticity of their sustainability claims. A finance analyst has to factor climate risk into their valuations. A software engineer might be tasked with optimizing code just to reduce a data center's energy consumption. You see, ESG is becoming a universal language across all roles.
So, the big question is, why the sudden shift? What are the real forces driving this evolution?
This is not just some top-down mandate from regulators. The pressure is coming from all sides. You've got investors demanding climate risk assessments, consumers choosing brands based on their values. But the most powerful force, it's internal. It's coming from employees.
And this quote just gets right to the heart of it. People, especially younger generations, want their work to mean something. They're not just looking for a paycheck. They're looking for purpose, and they're choosing to work for companies that align with their own values.
So let's be really clear. This isn't just some fleeting business trend. The rise of ESG reflects a fundamental human desire to connect our work with our values. It's absolutely here to stay.
Okay, so we know why it's important, but what does this soft skill actually look like in practice? Well, it shows up in the new language we use and the new questions we ask. Think about this question. Someone with ESG literacy doesn't just look for the quickest solution. They think about the consequences. Are we creating a really efficient process right here only to cause a massive pollution problem over there? This is systems thinking in action.
Here's another key question. It reframes a simple business decision, who to hire, who to promote, around its human impact. It forces us to consider not just what's efficient, but what's fair and what's equitable. This is the mindset of a modern professional.
And this new language is completely redefining leadership. A traditional leader thinks quarter to quarter. A sustainable leader thinks in decades. They understand that climate risk is financial risk, and that the trust they build with their team and their community is their most valuable asset.
And you know what's best of all? This isn't about huge dramatic actions. It's about the small, everyday decisions. It's choosing the supplier who can actually verify their labor practices are fair. It's designing a product with its end of life in mind to minimize waste. These are the thoughtful, daily actions that accumulate into real impact.
So what does all this mean for you and your career? Simply put, understanding ESG is no longer optional if you want to grow. It's about connecting your work to your legacy.
Let's be very clear about the stakes. Soon, ESG literacy is going to be a filter for getting hired, just like digital literacy is today. It's going to be a prerequisite for leadership, a key differentiator in promotions, and a core part of how your performance is even measured.
The bottom line is this: being productive and strategic is no longer enough. The modern professional is also expected to be responsible and ethical. This is the new benchmark for success in today's workplace.
I want to leave you with this final thought. ESG isn't just a corporate strategy. It's a pathway to making your work deeply meaningful. It's the bridge between what you do every day and the impact you truly want to leave on the world. It transforms your labor into your legacy.